Tallea de Castro has been disconnected for decades. A small coffee-growing village set in the humid mountains of Oaxaca, Tallea has repeatedly asked Mexico's biggest telephone companies to install a mobile phone antenna. Told that for just 2,500 residents it wasn't worth their while, the villagers have done it themselves. Previously, this was the only way for local people to send out urgent messages. Now, though, they can reach each other with the same ease as people in the cities.
Before, if there was an accident in the fields, people couldn't tell anyone. They'd be trapped if the river was high or if they'd been bitten by a snake and couldn't make it back to the village. Now they can call their families and they'll come and help them.
Local calls and texts on the new network are free, while talking to a family member in the United States, for example, costs just a few cents a minute. Cheaper even than using a landline in Mexico. This is a model for many other villages in the area, and Tallea has shown them that they don't need much expertise to make it happen. So far, the pilot scheme has used a temporary antenna, but given its success, the villagers are installing a more permanent structure. The network is first and foremost a community project, but some foreign expertise was used to help get the idea off the ground.
Well, if you look around the world, there are some 700 million people without access to cellular telephony, and that mainly has to do with them living in remote areas or areas that are otherwise difficult to access. We use new technology. We try to take advantage of local structures, local capacity, in order to provide equipment and services at a much lower cost.
One of the main groups to have benefited from the service is the local motor taxi drivers who drive small tuk-tuk style vehicles. It's easier and more practical now that customers can call us, says 20-year-old Ruben Marcial, who says his income has gone up by a third since the phones were introduced. While the big phone companies can afford to live without these villagers, they may regret refusing them a phone mast. Now the people of Tallea have shown other remote communities in Mexico how to do it on their own. Will Grant, BBC News, Tallea de Castro.